Hey guys, and welcome to number 22 of the Derby Career Mode Live. It might be number 23 at the moment. I'm like getting each episode wrong. Like at the start of the episode, it's like it's episode 20, but I'm saying 19 and so on and so on. So it might be 22, it might be 23. I just don't know. So let's get straight into this episode. We're going to do a quick bit of training, as it's really nice, no feature, and hopefully we can get some growth to our players. So let's go simulate it. Now, to be honest, I could have probably played it and probably got a little bit more growth, but they still seem to grow quite nicely. Drummond halfway to 77 and Hughes halfway to 76. Obviously, we've got Martins, who is actually higher rated, but in my honest opinion, I prefer Will Hughes, so we're going to be using him in the first team for the time being. So obviously, so far in this career mode, we've made some pretty good signings. Obviously, Wilson being one of the big ones so far in this summer window. Obviously, we've got these two on pre-contract signings. Hoger's unfortunately out injured at the moment, but hopefully he can come back soon and get back into the first team. But you look at those stats from Callum Wilson, like that is an incredible player. A lot of you guys were interested in Danny Ings. We have used him in the past in the Derby career mode, and at the moment I think he's the top goal scorer in the league, so I don't think it's going to be a viable option for us at the moment, unfortunately. But maybe in the future when we push him for like the Champions League or something, maybe then he'll be an option. Deadline day it is, so we're just going to have a quick look and see who teams have actually signed and bulked up their teams. So Arsenal have actually made David Luiz a signing, which is kind of crazy because he's not even a footballer. Hernandez, I think that's Abdel Hernandez from Hull City. They've got rid of Hull, Vokes and Heaton as well. I'm not too sure if Bauman's actually quite a good goalkeeper as well. He could be quite good for Burnley. Figueiredo, he was a player I've used in the past on career mode. And you look what we've signed, like 20 mil coming in, 10 mil coming out. You look at the age of the players that we have got rid of as well. Ben Gray, you could say, is the only one like under 29. The rest of them are quite old. So I think what we've done is like revitalise this team at an important time. And obviously Laporte going to Everton, that's actually a really, really interesting one because, I don't know, I feel that's a really good signing for Everton. Tony Kroos going to Manchester City as well as Sistu. Halahovic and Bojan going to Man United, Januzaj leaving as well. Berahino going to Newcastle. Armstrong as well, he's actually got like 84 potential, and he's actually sold for like less than a mil, so that's actually quite a good buy. Johnson and Raphael, obviously Johnson, former player, has gone to QPR now, as well as Raphael, who is actually quite an old player. Pierce actually going to Southampton. It seems like most of the signings are down to us, and then there's like the occasional one here and there. Like Cochrane, he's actually quite a good striker, goes up to about an 85. Hoban, we've bought. Butterfield, we sold to them. And yeah, Richie going to West Ham. Maybe we could pick up Antonio on deadline day. I don't know. Maybe we could just about squeeze it in. Do we need him though? That's the thing. Like, I want to keep who we've got at the moment and see how they do till January. But Mikel Antonio, he is an incredible player. We are linked with him in real life. It would be a really nice signing. So let's just see. So we're going to improve the offer here for Alex Pritchard up to 950k. I don't really want to play a mil for him, but I wouldn't mind less than a mil. Like Alex Pritchard, he's a very good player. Maybe we can pick him up in January. Maybe that'll be an option. But yeah, they haven't like accepted any of those offers I did just put in. So we're going to increase this bid to £999,999. I just don't want to pay a mil basically, so any money that we can save, it's always nice. So I suppose I'm still not interested in Alex Pritchard. I don't know, maybe looking at the loan market would be an option. Like, we could bring someone in just as a backup, because I feel that position we're a little bit light. Like, I don't have that many players that I would really like to play there, because the problem with El Kabir is he doesn't quite have the passing ability I would like him to have, but as a creative player, he's very creative. Obviously he's got very good dribbling and 4-star skills, can play there, but in my honest opinion he's a bit more of a striker. So I don't know, I feel that extra player, Martins didn't really do a job there. Bryson, maybe he could play, I don't know, he did quite well against Manchester United in the last episode. As well, we got Jeff Hendrick, maybe he can come into it if we push Hughes further up the pitch. Maybe just playing a 4-3-3 with the central midfield and two holding midfielders, maybe that's an option as well. So I've actually found a player here in Nori. We did actually transfer list him before he actually moved to Manchester United, and now he's moved to United. He is an option as a loan. You think about it, a 2-year loan is essentially signing the player for 2 years, so I think that would be a really nice option over the next couple of seasons if we can bring him in. If not, there's a few other choices here. We can have a quick look at Iwobi. I'm not too sure if he's that kind of like centre attacking midfielder. I see him more as a striker. kind of player, same as El Kabir. So there's this guy Duncan Watmore here. He's actually done very well for the under-21s at the moment. You look at his stats as well. Ball control and dribbling are the only issues, but pace, he's got bags of it. And I don't know, maybe he could be an option. I'm not too sure how long it'd take for him to be scouted. 12 days, we have deadline day, so I don't know really. Maybe if we don't get Nori, I wouldn't mind picking him up for just a short-term loan just till January, then we can re-sign him further on. I just don't really know too much about this Watmore on FIFA, but in real life he's doing very, very well. Another player we could look at as well is actually Sandro from Barcelona. He's on 11 months left on his contract. He's only 2.6 million, and he is a very, very good player. You look at his stats, he's not the most blistering player, he's got about 80 pace, but his dribbling is very, very nice, and I think he can play in behind the striker as well. So I don't know, I feel like a loan with an option to buy, that could be something we could look at, like 1 year and then 2 mil on top of that. I'd be more than happy to accept that at the end of the year. Into the messages now, and Barcelona have accepted the 2 million at the end of his 1 year, so it's a bit of money when you think about it, but at the same time it's kind of not. And I feel like he's a very, very good player, but we have got the option of Nori. You look at the wages of Sandro, that's the only thing that's putting me off him at the moment. He's not really a centre attacking midfielder as well. You'd see more like Thomas Ince having to cut inside, or Johnny Russell. So I think at the moment I'm going to bring in Nori, but at like January we could potentially look at Sandro for very, very cheap. If he's on 11 months left on his contract, he's always an option. So I just wanted a little backup option in the centre attacking mid position. Obviously we've got Calera and Benjaku, who I would like to loan out, but I don't know, like it's really annoying having to loan out players. But Nori, he's 69 rated, it's not too high rated, and he's a nice backup option. Like obviously now Salabos is out injured, we can put him in behind the striker if need be, but he does kind of get rid of Vyman at the same time, bringing in Nori, but we need those options in the Prem. So the first game of this episode is against Swansea. Looking at the table, if we do win the game, we can potentially move into third, which is like in the City, Chelsea and Arsenal region, and that would be really nice for the first games. But Swansea are actually struggling at the moment, so maybe we've got an easy game on our hands. We have got Salabos just coming back from injury, so maybe we can put him into the team. I'm not too sure, but we'll have to have a quick look and see. The thing is with that like band-aid thing, I prefer just to leave him on the bench, and then the game after that they're perfectly fit. So this is the lineup I'm probably going to go for. I'm just really tempted to play Wilson, that's the only thing. So I'm just going to have a quick look and see at the Swansea lineup. I always for some reason press A at the start and then it just gets rid of it. So they've actually got their new signing Cochrane up front, Nathan Dyer outright, AU Sigurdsson, Shelby, and I'm not too sure the other centre defensive midfielder is, but they got Norton, Williams, Amat, Nordfeldt and Taylor. They've actually sold Fabianski, so maybe because of their new goalkeeper choice now, maybe we've got a good game on our hands. Oh, can Callum Wilson get through? Oh, penalty. Yes, there we go. I was just like, that's a bit of a dive maybe, I don't know, but Callum Wilson's with his pace, and Ashley Williams, one of the best players at Swansea City, has been sent off. Maybe they're going to have to take off a striker, maybe they're going to have to bring off Nathan Dyer, a bit of a threat at the moment for us. He's been doing quite a lot of damage down that right hand side, and we've got a penalty just before half time. Obviously he's been tripped there quite clearly, bit of a like slide on the floor on his head kind of thing. Maybe he could have got injured, but now it is time to take the penalty. I'm not too sure who we can do that with as well. So I'm pretty sure Johnny Russell had like 77 penalties before, but now he's only got 70. I'm not too sure what's happened there, but oh, that's not in the best. There we go. It wasn't the best of penalties, but it went in. Maybe that's like a little trick if you get it really, really bad and you just can't save them. But yeah, first goal for Callum, a second goal actually, sorry. He got his first goal in the last episode, I'm pretty sure, but penalty's a penalty. If you score him, you score him. If you don't, you're missing out. There's his second goal, as you can see. Important time to get that goal, and that is a massive game changer just before half time. Red card and a goal, and Swansea have got to re-evaluate. Here we go, Bryson, he's won it back. Can he get Callum Wilson's second goal of the game? Maybe he can get a goal for himself. Yes, he can. Craig Bryson. He's about 30 now, and he's not going to go out like he did in the last Derby Crum Dead. I seem to like get rid of him quite early on, And it just shows how good he is. You bring him off the bench, he'll win the ball back, then go on an attack, run the entire length of the half, cut past John Joe Selvey, and left foot into the back of the net. Not much Swansea could do against such a beastly player like Craig Bryson. First goal in the Premier League for him, and maybe the first of many to come. Goalkeeper coming up for Swansea. I'm not too sure why. Like, you're gonna probably concede a goal, and what's that goal gonna do? And that is the worst corner I've ever seen. They literally kicked it to no one. That's full time there. Not too sure what Swansea were doing at the end. Like, when you're 2-0 down in the last, like, 10 seconds of the game, why bother bringing the goalkeeper up? If you get that goal, yeah, it's a nice goal back in goal difference-wise, but you're more likely to concede. And that was a pretty good game for both... to be honest, Craig Bryson was the man that we brought off the bench, and he did a very good job. So we've got one more game in this episode. I think we're going to save the cup game for the next episode. We spent quite a bit of time in that deadline day as well, trying to find the right player for this team, because I felt we just need a little bit more, and that's what we brought in Nori. He had an okay debut. Hopefully he can do quite well in that Millwall game in the next episode. But what I think I'm going to do for the next episode is actually, like, play it, but not live commentate it. So I'll just edit up, like, 7 or 8 games. That'll be quite good. Maybe I'll go up to about, I don't know, maybe about here-ish, maybe the start of November, something like that. That'll be very handy to get us right into that month of December, which looks really, really good. Tottenham, Arsenal, West Ham twice, Everton, a very tough month. And then we'll be in the January transfer window, so in terms of time, it saves us a lot doing those kind of episodes that do get through a lot of games. So yeah, leave your comments down below on whether you do like them or not, because maybe I'll do a few more if you guys do appreciate them. So into the final game of the episode now. I feel it's been quite a long one. I've been recording for about an hour now, and when you tend to like edit those up, they go to about 10 to 15 minutes, so I think that's plenty of time on a career mode episode. I don't think you guys want to be sticking around for too much longer, so we're just going to get this game done. We're going to actually put Vyman on the bench for this game, probably bring him against his former club. Bit of a shame Darren Bent couldn't come against them. But yeah, Kolasinac is actually back from injury, so what we're going to do is switch him out for Shackle. He can play centre-back if need be. And yeah, get him back into this team, because Forsyth, he's doing okay, but you compare the two, like, it's quite clear that Kolasinac is the better player. That aggression is crazy at 94. A lot better strength, a lot better pace, and even better defending. Like, I don't think there's a single better stat for Forsyth. I'm trying to think what he could be better at. Maybe crossing. Yeah, crossing. That's about it, and that's at 72. But defensively, Kolasinac is very good, and that means Christie will have a bit more freedom. So yeah, nice to get him back into the team. So let's have a quick look at the Aston Villa lineup. I don't know why I always press A at the start, but it is kind of quicker this way. They are playing a 4-1-4-1 formation. Sanchez in that holding midfielder. Hill, Guy, or whatever his name is, Vertu, Sinclair, Kozak, quite a good target man, striker kind of thing. So I think they're just going to get the balls out wide to Gill and Sinclair, whip it in the box and hope for the best. So I think we're going to bring on these substitutions. I kind of want to take Albin Tozer off, but I do need to take off one of these two to make way for Kolasinac, because obviously to get rid of the injury thing, you need to play him off the bench. So just because he's on a yellow, I'm going to see how Kolasinac does at centre-back, and if it does well, it's something to consider in the future. If not, then we'll just stick him in left-back. Oh, damn it. The last 10 minutes of the game, and as I said, Sinclair is just going to get the balls into the box at the start of the game. Gets it into Vertu. Hughes nearly got his leg there, but yeah, it bounced just in front of the keeper. Maybe Forsyth could have blocked it, but it's unfortunate because we've got about 5 minutes left to make the difference. And that's it, full time. It's been a dreadful game, I must say. It's one of the most dominated games we've ever been in. Like 67% of possession. That's absolutely mental. I don't know what it was in that game. But yeah, just nothing really going forwards. We just didn't really have the luck, and not really the space. I think that 4-1-4-1, the way they just isolated our attacking midfielder with the holding midfielder, it's tactics, lads. So yeah, not much I could do. So I'm actually going to save that so I can actually play these in between the episodes. And yeah, I think in the next episode we're going to be playing a big episode. We're going to do like 6 to 8 games. We're going to do these two. Then I think we'll do this month at least, and then maybe another one in November. I'm not too sure. We'll see how long those take. and then we'll only be like a couple of episodes off the January transfer window. So in a way, it's time. It's a very time freeing thing to do. So I think that's the right thing. So looking at the Premier League, after 6 games, we've won 3, drawn 1, and lost 2. It's not the worst thing in the world. We're only 3 points, sorry, off the top of the table. If we won that game, we would have actually been top. So maybe we missed out on something, but Aston Villa picking up those 3 points, and yeah, a little bit disappointing. We've only conceded 4 goals though, so defensively we're doing very nicely. It's just going forwards. We need to score a few more goals. That's definitely what we need to do, and unlock the door a bit better. So I think we're going to end off the episode here. If we could smash over 30 likes, that'd be absolutely fantastic. A really not too exciting episode, but we've got some good news. We brought in Nori, the lone player, and Kolasinak's back from injury, and of course, who else came back? Salabos is back from injury. So yeah, I'm just going to sort this team out for the next episode and play a load of games and see how it goes. So if we could smash over 30 likes, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Subscribe if you are new to the channel, and see you soon. Bye.